House party, Pocatello, Idaho, 1962. Dinner was not ready, and it was not going to be ready. My mother was too busy drinking. The air was thick with cigarette smoke, conversation, and jazz. Jug wine, beer, and scotch flowed. Writers and artists from all over the West had brought their families to camp out in the converted chicken shack our family of 5 was living in that year, on the mountain ranch of some artist friends who taught at the college in town. After dark, somebody shooed all the kids out to the barn. They did not want us underfoot. It was noisy, and it was going to stay noisy. We'd need to sleep somewhere, and the barn seemed the likeliest place. We dragged our bedding out there, laid it out in a line on a piled straw on the barn floor up against neatly stacked bales of hay. We settled in for the night. We told ghost stories. We shined our flashlights into the rafters, looking for bats. We poked and teased and prodded and reshuffled our sleeping order. Finally, our bodies succumbed. One by one, we got quiet. We slept. Sometime in the middle of the night, I woke and sat upright into a solid wall of darkness. What was that? I strained to listen. At first, all I could hear was a rushing sound in my ears and the thumping of my heart. Then I heard something else. It was dim at first, far away, buffered and muffled. But it kept escalating. You could feel it in your skin. It felt like electricity. You could hear the tide rising, the rage in the voices over the din of the party noise, over the jazz. You fucking son of a bitch! How dare you! You cock-sucking motherfucker! Who the fuck do you think you shit-eating prick? Where do you get off saying? And on, louder and louder. And then slamming noises, and women screaming and men shouting, no, now, hold on, now, take it easy. And the sounds of things crashing and falling and breaking. And then suddenly it's loud. It's right outside. It's not muffled anymore. The male voices are clear now, and what they are saying is clear, as is what the women are saying. You can imagine the women trying to stop them, trying to placate, saying, now, Ed. And it is pitch dark in here, and all the other kids, they are sleeping right through it, but I can't. There's no way I could. I am wide awake, and every single hair on my body is standing at attention now. Goosebumps rising up and down the entire surface of me, and my eyes are very wide. They feel like they're going to pop out of my head because I am trying very hard to see through the velvet black shroud of lightlessness in the barn. And I have had them open that way. It seems like an age now, but all I can see is black. No light to adjust to. My ears feel like they're standing out from the side of my head and cavernous because I'm listening very hard. And I'm sitting just as still as I can. And I'm holding my breath so that I can be as quiet as a mouse. Not make noise. Not draw attention to us. And still hear whatever it is I need to hear because it seems very important to know exactly what is happening. Who is saying what, and in what direction they are moving. It seems very important to identify where the sounds are coming from and where they are moving to, because it is clear to me that these sounds are in motion. This rage is in motion. No telling where it will land. Oh yeah, you motherfucker, you can't get away with that. I'll show you, you fucking prick. I'll show you, some male voice is roaring, outraged, raw, and guttural. I hate you, you arrogant cocksucker, you bastard, you fucking prick. I'll show you can't talk that way to me. You better goddamn show me some respect. I'm going home, and I'm getting my gun, and I'm coming back here and blow your fucking arrogant, cocksucking head off, and I'm going to kill your family too. I'll blow every one of you beatnik assholes to hell. I hear more muffled sounds, bodies against bodies, footsteps, some stomping away. Then I hear the sound of a truck door squeaking open and slamming hard, and the sound of a key in the ignition and an engine storming on, the sound of a hard reverse and turn as a truck peels out over ranch road ruts and heads down the mountain towards town. And I hear other feet being dragged, male voices murmuring, "Come on, man, forget it, he's a prick, let's get back to the party, come on, man, he's a stupid son of a bitch, and you know it. Come on, it's not worth it, get it, come on inside now." And I hear Ed's voice protesting, and then I hear the voices dimming behind the slammed outer door of the shack, and then I hear the jazz cranked louder, the talk louder, the laughter louder, to cover over the hole that was just gashed in the festivities by somebody's murderous rage. Somebody who has just roared off in his pickup and turned down Barton Road on his way home to get his gun to come back to kill us all. I do not sleep that night. I sit there very still, my back pinned against the hay, my arms wrapped around my knees, holding my breath, trying to see in the dark, trying to hear the earliest sounds of the truck approaching from the base of the mountain, trying to hear it all the way down to the Dixon's place, or maybe as far down as Ed Mann's pig farm, to hear it in time to wake the other kids, so we can run out past the sleeping horses in the paddock, under the barbed wire, to the open land at the base of Chinks Peak, to hide behind the rocks way up the slope above the ranch on the other side of the ravine. I am 11 years old.
This is called Spring Street. Mimosa blooms fragrant as watermelon meat. Pit bulls growl behind barbed wire. Dusty flowers circle shrines to chipped Madonnas, and worms beat to death on the sidewalks, just outside the shade of tangerine cream-colored lilies that grow wild on every corner. Old women in house dresses yell, "Excuse me," they yell, "don't get back here." Squat zinnias, strong and splintery mulch, orange as rust and red as beef. Fallen cherries thicken in the heat as rivers of ants pour over scarlet pulp. Irises fried at brown crisp before June. Overworked window units sigh like the women. Amid ivy and brown sweating bottles of beer, men sit on their porches for hours, drinking and staring at clusters of cute chunky girls damp in their tank tops. Schlap schlap of their flip-flops, their glossy lips never stop going. Mulberry seeds and bird shit, cicada shells coiled in the cracks in cement, chicken bones, boarded up windows, fuchsia roses shimmering around old iron gates, stained glass like honeycomb, shines in crumbling brick, and is worth it to cross the street, just for the patchy yet merciful shade of an apple tree bristling with hard green fruit. "Hey, white girl, nice butt." Greasy sweat on my brows feels like home.